Okay, we have the Thunderstorm Scientist Bundle, which, for the most part, is a lot of older items that they repackaged, but they work with the bundle, so that's not bad. If you have them already, it's just a discount. Now, the new item in it is definitely the Thunderstorm Weather Generator. I am currently in a shelter, so I will go to that at the end and showcase it. Now, we're going to start off with the, sci-fi looking computer here, and we got three primary pieces. You've got this middle piece, then the actual corner piece, and this free floating one. Now you can arrange these pretty good. This originally came in like a alien style bundle, but it looks good. It does have that evil genius sort of mad scientist vibe, so definitely good. You can see it's got a good bit of detail on the different things. You got a little DNA scanner, all the different aspects of it. It can be snapped together in quite a few configurations. It's sometimes a little weird on the snapping, but you can see it does have that been used and weathered look even on the back, so good bit of detail. I've just taken a bunch of the corners and put them together. Kind of looks like a scientist, like it is a weather scientist theme, so I like that. But then we have the Forgetec scientist outfit and the scientist goggles. You can see these are pretty white, these are pretty clean. You can actually see, but that makes sense because they are Forgetec, since, different models do have different designs. You can see this one has a skirt and a different type of shoe from this one, which has pants. So they do have different individual designs. Overall, they look good. Definitely has the mad scientist flair. Next, we have the plasma balls, which these are always fun to play with in real life. But you can do these. Now, fun fact, these are not lamps. These do not count against light budget. These are for decor. So, unlike a lot of things that come out weirdly as lights, this is always nice because you don't get as limited by them. As you can see, there is no limitation of numbers when you're actually building these. Now they come with two types, which is the more down and the large one. You can put these next to doors, any kind of thing. They're actually quite nice. Next up, we got the radiation test dummy. Now you can see I've got one facing forward, one facing back, so you can see both sides same time. Now this is a nice one. You can actually see it glow. It basically does have like a little anatomical skeleton kind of thing in it that's glowing. It does actually look good. It's definitely not a bad thing if you're going with the scientist theme. Then we have the generators, which are the mole rat generators. Probably one of my favorite generators for just atmospheric look. You can see here, you've got a mole rat running on this small one. My only ever issue with this one was, I wish it didn't have the smoke coming out of it. Like, if it's supposed to be powered by this tiny thing, it doesn't make a lot of sense to look like it's still running. That said, it has a lot of little details. I mean, look at the little sparks coming off of it. All of it. It does look a little janky, but it's supposed to look that way. It's supposed to look like, a random shenanigans style engineer put this together. Then you've got the medium one, which is two mole rats running. You can see it still has that nice arc lightning vibe to it. Then we have the large generator, which actually has three in a row running. As they come around the side here, you can see lots of good detail work. Does have that nice rusted look to it. Has its own interesting design and model. You can see each of them run slightly differently. It's got the electricity coming off the side of it. Then finally we have the fusion one, and you can see they have glowing mole rats inside of this one. It's always fun with this one that just doesn't quite track with the rest of them. He kind of does a front flip to catch back up. It's a nice little detail. It adds a little bit. You can actually look at it from different sides without dome. It's quite nice. You see, even up here, it's got the different power, all the little numbers coming across it. Very good atmospheric. You know, the utility generator set might be better for hiding, but if you want to put one out front and center, it just looks and feels so good. Okay, then we have the rainwater collector here, and as you can see, it does keep 2 water. Now, this has been out for a long time. It collects 2 dirty water. It has this little concrete block foundation, little plants on the side. It does, like I said, it collects 2 water over time. The nice thing about this one is it's much smaller than other collectors, so it's a little bit easier to place down. It's a little bit easier to just stick in the corner. It does, unfortunately, only create 1 water when you boil it down, so if you're going to use them, you need like 4 or 5. Now, next up, we have the main one here, which is the actual new weather generator, and look at this weather station. And I gotta say, out of all of the weather stations, this is definitely the one that looks just amazingly the best. They just did such a good job at actually the actual design on it. See, it's got all the little of this, just everything about it. It looks like a crazy mad scientist is building something, you know, coming out in a lab coat, screaming. As you can see, when I turn it on, it actually does power up as temperature, humidity, everything. As you can see, that it is changing. We got a nice little, you can hear the water coming down, thunderstorm going. So yeah, I mean, if you're trying to set that theme of a dark and stormy night, I mean, it looks good. You can see it's coming. It's really coming down with this effect. And you can see that it still does light up. It's got electricity coming off the top. Like I said, it just really does look great. The actual atmospherics on it, I wish it picked up the water a little bit better with some of the brighter lights. But overall, it does look good. I definitely could see, between this and the fog, you could create a lot of spooky looking designs, or, you know, really setting up the idea of like it. Really looking forward to seeing a lot of the designs using this. And with that, I hope y'all have a great week and really just have a little bit of fun with this kind of mad scientist bundle.